Hey friends, welcome to the Friday Drive. Tim here. I'm excited to just talk about this one concept this morning. The thing that we want to share with you, we talk a lot about developing people here, but some of you have asked the question in our coaching calls, etc., around, okay, Tim, I get the soft skills around developing people, inspire me, challenge me, etc., all those pieces, acknowledge me, but they said, what about the hard skills? Like really getting into this and talking about how do I really develop a person and what does that look like? Here's one of the big things that I think is really helpful, but it's also something that you can use and you can start using it right away with your review system and all the things that you have in your organization. So a lot of companies will do a review, an annual review of their employees. And so there's a lot of different ways to do that. Sometimes it's just the manager who reviews them. Sometimes it's the person themselves and the manager that kind of combine efforts and go, how am I doing in this? And the manager will whatever. We'll see that sometimes. Sometimes we'll see a peer review. A peer review is when the person picks two people and the manager picks two people and they all kind of give kind of a mini 360 on the individual, and that's an annual thing that happens. But I think the risks we run, and that actually I prefer the latter of those because I think getting that perspective of what it's like to be on the other side of that person is really helpful. That's all well and good. However you do it, it's all well and good. But the interesting thing about it is on the other side, once we get all the information on that person, and understand the kind of leader they are or employee they are or whatever it is, we tend to give too much back to them to work on, okay? And just a very simple concept that says 1 to 3 big theme areas is enough, okay? If you give people more than that, if you say, hey, I want you to work on these 12 things, there's a good chance they're not going to work on any of them because they're going to feel overwhelmed. But when you come in and you're very specific and you say, so we might even have it may not even be part of a review process. It could be something that, maybe somebody's behaving poorly over here, or they're not getting their work done, or they're not showing up on time for meetings, or they have poor time management skills, whatever it is. You're going to look at that person and go, okay, let's kind of hone this back. Let's find where the biggest opportunities are for growth. And if we fix these 3 things, if we have you work on these 3 things, we'll probably take care of 80% of the issues that are out there. And so lining up and going things like, hey, so the number one thing I want you to work on is I want you to work on your communication skills. Or you might say, I want you to work on your executive presence in a meeting. Or you might say something along the lines of, I really need you to work on your time management skills. And let's get some training and some things around that. It helps you as the manager know exactly what you're asking for them and know how to come alongside them and help elevate them. Because that's what leadership is all about. But it also helps the person go, okay, I don't have to focus on 27 things. If I could just focus on these 3 things, that's going to take care of the majority of the pieces that I need to work on as a leader. Okay? So let's try that. Again, no matter how you're getting the information and identifying what those issues are with an employee or what they need to work on or even growth opportunities for them, make sure you're only coming back with, again, 1, no more than 3 things that they need to work on when it comes to that. Okay? That's our concept for the day. The second thing I want to tell you about is what's going on at 5 Capitals. We have another next level leader coming up. It's March 19th. We have about 3 spots left. So if you've got somebody on your team or you want to bring some people into this, please do so, okay? And I'm going to put the link to the next level leader down below. These are, sessions. They're year-long sessions. They're $500 a month, and they're for those leaders in your organization that are kind of rising stars in the organization that you want to invest in, but maybe you don't have the time, or maybe you don't have even the knowledge or the skill set in the areas that they're working on. And we teach everything from self-awareness and EQ and emotional intelligence, empathy, all the way through to things like change management, conflict resolution, et cetera. And that all happens in a year-long program. And it's $500 a month. And if you want to invest in your leaders at that level, you can sign up at the link below in the email, okay? And then lastly, just a very quick video. It's about 3 minutes long from Simon Sinek. It's really talking about the leadership traits that are really important. And it's an interview with him. It's YouTube. You guys can watch it. It'd be a great resource for you to kind of dive in and say, what does it look like to develop my servant leadership as a leader, but also what kind of courage does it take to develop those leaders and get them where they need to go. Okay, that's the Friday Drive for this week. So grateful to be a part of this with you guys, and we'll see you this week on our coaching calls.